We're going to talk about tips for understanding spoken English easier at work, video conferences, or we just want to enjoy a film, or we want to understand songs. So any of these requires a certain way of learning how to listen to it more effectively. I'd like to explain this with an idea that I had about hiking in the mountains. So when you're, in the forest and you reach a little creek which is wide enough not to be able to jump over to the other side, but it's not deep. You could wade through it, but you don't want to because you don't want your shoes to get wet. And there's no bridge. So what are your options? Jumping is not an option because it's too wide for that. So what I usually do, is I just step on the larger stones that stand out of the water and cross the creek. I'm not using all the stones, I'm just using the bigger ones. So I don't need the smaller ones in the creek. My objective is to get across to the other side. And the bigger stones help me because they stand out. And here is the key thing. How is this related to spoken English? Well, it's related because in spoken English, certain words stand out more than others. They receive more stress. This is the nature of spoken English. In English, the stressed words sound clearer and louder. This is why, for me, these louder words are like the bigger stones in a creek, because they also stand out. And this is what we call sentence stress in linguistics. When I started teaching in Spain, I realized how difficult it was for some people to pronounce English words and speak in a clear way. And then through the years, I developed exercises for pronunciation practice. Actually, they were featured in a magazine in Spain, in a popular English-speaking magazine. I use this with my students. I've used this over the years, and it really makes a big difference. My name is Gábor, and I'm giving you short, actionable learning tips that you can improve your English with. All right, let's continue. Let's talk about